And so we rejoin you for a Tuesday. Good morning, those who have not been with us yet on one of our previous platforms, because we've been here since, 6:30 in the Eastern Time Zone on TikTok, and then over to Facebook and Twitch for a time. We're here on YouTube to finish out our 2-hour chat fest with you and find out what's going on the 24th of February from the Hal Hole, which is the anchor point for our live streams. The Foxhole Morning Show is going on to my south several miles with Johnny Burke, Steph Barber, and Melissa Hager. And I think we'll hear from them now. Let's find out. Oh, I guess we're going to hear another song. Okay. So Finland is back and wants to do the puzzle. And Linda is back and still has the cat. And Chris is back. And Sheila is back and still has sunshine. So welcome again for those of you. And if you're new, welcome to you. Like and subscribe if you haven't already done it. We appreciate the heck out of when you do that. One viewer at a time. We are starting to mount this, climb this mountain toward 10,000. Well, what is it? 1,000, I guess what they need in terms of subscribers to be able to do this without having to go a third-party app in order to make it happen. And all we need left now are 9,912 more of you to subscribe to us, and we can do that. 9,912 more. We can do that. We can make it happen. Ohio Kim has rejoined, and Finland enjoys the bronze. This is the thing. If Finland is happy about whatever they get, just give them something. Some little thing. Bronze medal. We talked about this a little bit earlier this morning. Why are the people from Finland happier getting a bronze medal than the people from Canada were getting a silver medal in men's hockey? Why was that? Silver is for a higher place in the standings than bronze, right? So why are the Finns happier to have a bronze than the Canadians were to have a silver? Because the way the Finns look at it, they got that bronze in men's hockey because they won their last game, and so they could go out on a high. They were winners. Had they not won that game, they would have gotten no medal. But they got one because they won. Canada was dead set on getting the gold because hockey, damn it, is their sport and they're going to excel in it. And they ended up losing. And so therefore they had to settle for a silver. They didn't win a silver in their minds. They were stuck with it at the end of the game. And a stuffed animal. I don't understand that. The players were all given stuffed animals as consolation prizes for being in the game. It's like a going away gift, a parting gift. It's a stuffed animal. That's crazy. And USA is singing "We Are the Champions," and that's exactly what they're saying. Because they are in both the men's and the women's hockey this year. This is something new. Winning gold in both of them. And as we also pointed out earlier, for those who want to be sexist, of the 12 gold medals that the U.S. won, 8 of them were won by female athletes. Now, in the case of stuffed animals, Linda would gladly take one because they're the bomb. There you go. Slyman back again from snowy New Hampshire, where they're still digging out. How many times have you had to shovel the snow so far, Slyman? Since all that snow started falling. How many times have you had to be out shoveling that crap? And the next question is, if you see that twice, when you see it starting to snow and the forecast is for a whole bunch of it, I obviously, based on that, what I see you saying is that you get out there and at least get some of it before it stopped falling, rather than wait until the end and then just shovel all of it at the same time. Because there's always that little decision to be made. Do I wait for all the snow to fall so I don't have to break my back twice or 3 times? Some people want to get out there as soon as the snow is falling and get it off the pavement or the driveway or whatever, so that when more falls, it isn't going to pile as high and be as much of a challenge to get rid of. Linda, on the other hand, has not done her driveway yet. Now, there's snow, but it isn't the kind like Slyman's doing.
But in our world, it could be boulders. Yes. Yeah. And then that would give Melissa another line she could steal from me. For her
Go clean up and do the rest at the end.
We've got Andrew Keller, home seller, in the house. How you doing today? I'm doing well. How are you? I'm just perfect, man. How's baby? Baby's great. Everybody wants to know.
That's what everybody wants to know, yeah.
This is Andrew Keller Homeseller, who's a new dad.
Everyone knows that Meg had a baby. Everyone knows that I'm associated with Meg by marriage. And they all ask me, they're like, how's Grant? And I'm like, who are you?
Well, how do you know my son's
But then
name?
I'm like, well, yeah.
Stalker.
Yeah.
Who are you? Why do you know my son's name? Yes, that is a picture of him that you have as your backdrop.
Well, I'd be out like in the grocery store or running errands, and they would recognize me, and they would say, "Has Meg had her baby yet?"
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's how it
crazy.
rolls.
Yeah, you're kind of like a radio personality now.
Yeah.
My dream. Came
Shut up, man.
Yeah, no, he has some of the gunk that's going around in the world of end of February.
Yeah.
So last night he was up 4 or 5 times. And yeah, it's
It's
not
rough.
fun. It's
Yeah.
Linda's been ripping up carpeting. What, out of anger, or is that something you just wanted to do? And this is in between creating cakes.
Like that Amazon commercial where that stay-at-home dad orders the coffee bean press and all these fancy coffee makers, and yeah, it's funny.
Good idea. Hey, the Federal Reserve said last month that it's going to hold the benchmark interest rate steady. So everybody's been waiting for the drop in the mortgage rates, and they're saying that the mortgage rates are
Okay, they're going to talk real estate, so we'll let them go do that. It needs to come up, and Rob Suka seems to think we need a cake this week. Really? I don't know. Do we have anybody's birthday this week? I don't know. I'm not aware of if we do. Doesn't come to mind right away, although I may be wrong on that. What I will do, Tina never got a note that we were here. Okay, once again, do you typically? I mean, is this something that's just hit and miss as far as warning you that we're going to be here? You're going to make those banana muffins that we were talking about from the recipe that I offered. And I've already said that if this recipe does not turn out into something good, then I'm going to quit doing it. I've had it. I tried twice. I've tried to contribute something that would resonate with you. I know it's difficult for me because I tend to want to fall back into sports talk. And if I do that, then all of a sudden people get upset about it. So we don't want to continue down that road. I will give you the opportunity to make whatever my recipe that I offer has. And if it's not any good, then I'm going to quit looking for them because I don't know if they're any good. I don't ever make them. And by the way, circle March 3rd on your calendar because that's when Eric is going to get older, at least chronologically. Don't know how much he's going to feel different. Carrie baked a chocolate cherry cake for tonight. This is Tina Jr., who apparently had a day off from work yesterday because of what happened in Jersey with all of that snow and everything. Would have yesterday forgot to take the bananas out of the freezer. I had one I was going to bring down today and have for breakfast, and I left it upstairs on my desk in my office. All right, fine. Son of a gun. So is Mel Mel here? Yes, she is. Good evening, Mel Mel. What's going on in Queensland, Mel Mel? I tell you what's going on in Queensland. And I don't even live there, and you do. But I'll tell you. Because there's actually something going on, and probably you've heard it. In fact, it might even be your neighbor. I don't know. This is somebody who lives in Mariba, Queensland. Named Alexa Schurstuk. She has an amazingly large collection of Shopkins, if you know what they are, and I don't. I'm told they are little figures, but that's what she has. 2,656 Shopkins. And that's 10 hours or so north of you. Mariba, Queensland. 10 hours. Boy, I tell you what, 10 hours. Damn. Australia is way bigger than I thought it was. Way bigger. She says she's loved Shopkins toys since she was a child, so she started collecting them. And before you knew it, 2,656 of them she had. 10 hours or so, 15. You're thinking 15 maybe? No. Damn. That'd be like us driving from here to Well, I remember it taking me 17 hours to drive to Maine when I had to go there. Wow. Okay. She said she fell in love with Shopkins toys when a classmate brought some to school back when she was 7 years old. So she started buying her own and now has this collection. Although she says her collection actually doubles to more than 4,000 if you count doubles. All the 2,656 that she has are the unique ones. Only one of each. She's got over 4,000 if you add the doubles in there. Jeez. That's a long way. Okay, I guess you're not exactly neighbors. And traffic is coming up after they're talking real estate. And then after that, we'll get a little bit more done from our handy-dandy little crossword puzzle. Because we've got the whole top 3 rows done already. So we're making tons of headway on that. We should be able to do fine when we get into that in a couple minutes here. I haven't gotten an opportunity to show you our little smile source today. Her name is Little Bean. LB for short, lives in Marshall, Illinois. That's Little Bean, who was one of those who was rescued, had a bad life to start with, living in China, found abandoned, cold and wet in the pouring rain, was taken in, and eventually came to the U.S. and is now thriving, chasing squirrels and groundhogs around the local fairgrounds in Marshall, Illinois. It's near Cairns, which is far north old. Mel is telling us. And this is where Mariba is located. The Black House situation. I should go on the air and ask Andrew Keller, home seller, if he'd like to try to list that house with his company, because nobody's having success with it yet. That thing's been up for well over a year now, and it's still not occupied. It's a tough market buying houses these days, but still, houses were selling when that was built, and no one wanted it. When there were, I think at least 3 different companies had for sale signs, or at least advertised, not for sale, but I mean advertising their company, that were handling that deal to get that house sold. It so far has not been sold to anybody. And I don't see anybody going over there really much and looking. I mean, they're doing a nice job of maintaining the property. They're keeping the grass cut, and they've even added a couple of trees to the landscaping to try to dress up the vibe just a little bit, but still, geez. I mean, it's black from top to bottom. I mean, I showed you guys the video of that thing. There's about a 3-foot stretch at the very base of the house, which is basically gray stone. But other than that, everything on that house is black, trim and all. It's crazy.
Another funny thing, and I know you're wrapping up, and this is a good Michigan goodbye, but I am forgotten in my life of being in existence. It's Meg. How's Meg? How's Grant?
Oprah is still doing this book club thing. She selected Kin. I want to know what Michigan Kim selects as the book of the month, and I don't think it's that. It's called Kin. Tayari Jones. We'll have to ask her about that if she ever shows up here. She's been busy lately.
Upset about this in Canada, and so much so that the number one video right now that's kind of trending up there is a guy taking a chainsaw to his television at the end of that game.
After Canada lost the men's gold medal game to the U.S., guy's ripping up his TV with a chainsaw.
Got so upset when they lost the gold to the United States that they immediately took this chainsaw to his mounted television on the wall. He went through it a couple times. Now, Canadians being what they are, when we watched this video, we were hoping for a lot of F-bombs and stuff. The other guys are all just smiling. It's Canada. They're too damn nice. But yeah, he apparently started in the middle of the screen, worked his way out.
So long, Tina. Good luck.
And then at the end of it, first of all, there's nothing more Canada than somebody pulling a chainsaw into their house in front of the TV. And secondly, I'm sure he said sorry. Sorry. All right, Andrew, take care. Good to see you guys. 103.9, The Fox and the Fruit Maker.
See? That's what happens. Finland wins a bronze medal, and they're happier than hell. They're out partying. Canada wins a silver medal, which is theoretically better, and their people are taking chainsaws to their furniture because they're so upset. Rapsuka, you got to move there to teach people how to be glass half full because they haven't figured it out. All right, let's get to the traffic here in a second. Let's see how that is. Yeah, I still got that one issue. No, I don't see much going on over there. I'm looking through the traffic cam, and I'm not seeing a whole lot happening over there, even though it's a crash point. It doesn't look like it's affecting the flow very much. Rapsuka can teach in Canada. What would you like to teach? What did Rachel miss? Johnny was playing the audio of a Canadian hockey fan who was incredibly upset that they won the silver medal. Unlike Rapsuka and all his pals in Finland who were ecstatic over winning the bronze in men's hockey. Because Canada lost the gold, they're not happy with the silver, so the guy took a chainsaw to his TV. And we heard the sound of that. That was what you missed. Canadian chainsaws is what you missed. We're going to pick up on our crossword puzzle after the traffic because we got the top 3 rows already done, so we should really steamroll through this one. Much like that guy's chainsaw steamrolled through his TV after the Canadians lost the gold and were upset with winning the silver, while Finland was partying over winning the bronze. It's all in how you look at things. Let that be a lesson to you, boys and girls. That is all about how you look at things. It's all your point of view. Right now, the only thing going on, a crash on northbound 75 at Miller Road in Flint Township happened a while ago, and as I'm looking through the traffic cam in that area, it doesn't look like it's affecting the traffic flow too much, but it is still to be cleaned up. Nothing else happening to slow you down. For updated Vehicle City traffic information, you can always check that out at classicfox.com/traffic. If you spot a crash or unusual problem, let us know at 810-230-WRSR, 810-230-9777. That turns you into a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox. Yeah. Zane is here. No, you didn't miss anything yesterday. Everybody did. Nothing was going on because we had a problem with getting my hookup set up with the station. There was some issue at the station that was preventing me from getting in there with my regular hookup, so I had to use the phone to do my live stuff. And in order to do the phone on the live stuff, that means I have to sacrifice doing live stream because that's what I'm using to talk to you guys right now. Can't use both. Can't use it for both, so we weren't able to be on yesterday. So hopefully that's not going to get in our way again. But everybody missed each other, and that's goes double for me. Feels weird if I'm not doing this with you guys anymore. After doing it for 10 years, it just seems like it's got to be a part of the day. Otherwise, there's something wrong. When haircut? When do you think I should have one, Rapsuka? You're the one who's calling the shots on this show. When should we get one? Okay, let's go to our puzzle. That was where you wanted to go now. So let's go over to our puzzle and see what we've got so far, okay? All right, let's take a look over here. Let's find out what we've got. Let me find something that's kind of small in terms of number of letters, and we'll get to them. 19 across looks pretty promising. You think we should get a haircut after 2 weeks? Rapsuka, I get one per season. I get one spring, one summer, one fall, one winter, usually. That's kind of the schedule. 19 across with an R-I at the end. 19 across. Artist Matisse or Rousseau? Artist Matisse or Rousseau? So in other words, we're looking at a name here. We're looking at a first name. Blank, 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 R-I. This has got to be a first name. This has to be a first name. Matisse or Rousseau? Eric's going to try Henri, and that's it. Americanizing him, it would be Henry, but it is Henri. Henri. There you go. Look at that. Thank you, Eric, for that contribution. Now we can move on to something else here. Let's take a look at 6 down. Or no, I'm sorry, that's 8 down. 8 down. 8 down says, rose above. Rose above. And here it is. TOWE something, something, something. Rose above. Can we figure out what that one is? Rose above.
This is Marcia Schmidt. I'm from Grand Blanc, and I love the Fox.
TOWE. Blank, blank, blank. Not enough letters, Robsuka. Heading in the direction that we want to go, but not enough letters to fill the name. And remember, this shaded one down here is a live square. We're still needing to fill that one. And the answer is towered. Towered over somebody. Rose above. That's what you got. Now we're going to go to this one, which looks dangerous. SH blank blank. 17 down. 17 down. Fish. Similar to a herring. Fish. Similar to a herring. You had it right, Robsuka. We had one more letter in there. It had to be towers. Towered. There's got to be the ED at the end. This is SH something something is a fish. Similar to a herring. Let's do this one. Maybe we'll get it thanks to 21 Across, which is 21 Across. Crowning adornment. Crowning adornment. You know what? Rachel hits it. It's a shad. Very nice. Shad. Which means this one is going to be a little bit easier to get. 21 Across is crowning adornment. Minus the exclamations, yeah. Crowning adornment, blank, blank, AR blank. I'm thinking, and I'm going to give a hint here, but this is one I think Rachel should get. Because it kind of goes with her motif. Crowning adornment, blank, blank, AR something. Robsuka's out of here. We will see him tomorrow because it's 8:30 and time for us to leave. Once we get this word, we're going to do it. So what do we think that is? Crowning adornment. Blank, blank, AR blank. That's it. It's tiara. Eric's got another one. Tiara. Which I think, by the way, Rachel owns. I think she has one of those. Zane agrees with Linda on that one. Have a good Tuesday, everyone, from Chris. Because tomorrow we're going to continue with this as we're really making a lot of progress. And it took us just a couple of, look at that, how little time it took us to be able to get 1, 2, 3 words. Already done. 3 additional words. Tomorrow we might get better than that. Let's find out. Have yourself a pleasant, peaceful, productive Tuesday. Thank you very much for your attendance and your attention. The schedule as tomorrow will continue. TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube will be here again on all of those for 2 solid hours of quality chat with you here in the Hal Hole after you've had yourself just a marvelous kick-butt day, okay? Okay.